Hey, today we're going to talk about transcribing and why I think it's a good idea. I'm Diana Nordstrom and this is Life and Business. Transcribing while writing your book. This video is part of the series about writing your own book and publishing your own book, and I've been talking about research, and now I wanted it to talk about transcribing, because if you're doing research and you're doing interviews, you also want to transcribe them, probably in some way or another. So I want to talk a little bit about the pros and the cons of transcribing. I do think it's a great idea to actually transcribe. So I'm gonna start with the pros. You'll learn so much. Let's say you've done an interview. Of course you've heard it all before, which is kind of one of the cons of it, that you're kind of re-listening, but that's also the pro of it, because you're learning stuff you didn't learn the first time. You're hearing different stuff. You're also listening to yourself, which you didn't quite the first time you were speaking, so you didn't listen in the same way. You work through the material and it's way easier to reference as well. So if you work through material 1, 2, 3 times, then it's easier for you to remember where are the things you want to reference. When I wrote my book and when I did my master thesis as well, I hated transcribing. I really did. But the thing is, on the other end, when I had to do the actual writing process, it was so much easier in both cases, because it was way easier for me to remember, okay, I'm going back to this interview or this interview and they said this and this and this, and I had already marked out the quotes I wanted it to use and stuff like that. So it made the process of writing a lot easier. The cons, it's so freaking time consuming. I think you say it's 1 to 8, so 1 hour of interview is 8 hours of transcribing. I'm not quite sure if that's correct actually, but the thing is, it is really time consuming. I had 2-hour interviews, so yeah, a lot of time went into that. Again, you already know what's being said, so if you have a really good memory, you might not need to. And last one for the con, it gets boring. If you should do it or not, it depends. I do want to let you know what you can do if you do choose to transcribe. You can use software. Google has in their Google Docs a transcribe feature that is free to use. I'm not sure how well it is, because I've been doing stuff in Danish and it only transcribes in English. Also, you could find paid software. I know Descript can do this. Again, there's always going to be flaws in it, so remember to really read it through if it's something that you need to publish. But the thing, having it transcribed will make it easier for you to just go in and search. You could also hire someone to help you. You could go to Fiverr, for example. I'll put a link in the description, where you could hire someone to transcribe your files. So you would just send them all of your files and they'll transcribe them for you and you'll get them back. So I hope this made you a little bit smarter about what you want to do, pros and cons of transcribing. As much as I hate it, I do recommend doing it, because you get to know your material so much better. So remember, have fun and get shit done. Bye.